Hey, everybody.
Hey,
It's Haley.
and Ashley.
And this is What the
Podcast. See,
When did we start doing that?
I have no idea, but it's just stuck.
Because it's like, I think like 5 episodes in is like, or something like that is when we
We'll have to go
started
back.
doing
I
it.
started listening to the beer breakdown one today.
You did?
Because I'm looking for clips to cut for TikTok.
Yeah.
Follow our TikTok.
Have you noticed like any difference in...
I only listened to the first like 10 minutes because I was at work.
I want to go back, even though like it wasn't that long ago. It feels like it was a long time ago.
It was
and
a year almost.
We've grown so much like in our...
Yeah, personalities.
And like comfort zone and like...
Yeah.
Oh, and now I want to go back
It's
and
like
listen to
it's
them.
almost a year anniversary. When was our first? Hold on, let me look.
That's insane. Is it really almost a year? Was it like March or something when we started?
It was March.
I'm really bad with the dates, you guys. Like I have no perception of time. I don't.
You're so funny though.
I can be funny and have no perception of time. Both things can be true and are true. I am a comedic genius. You just said I was funny. Okay.
March 9th. When did we post? Oh, I just almost belched in y'all's ears.
They like it. It's fine.
What day did we post the intro?
Had to have
March
been,
6th. So that's our anniversary is March
That's
6th.
crazy.
Yeah.
We gotta
a
do
year. That is wild.
We gotta do like a photo shoot or something.
like a party. Not like a party. Like a birthday. Like
Giveaway.
a cake. Like with a 1 on it. Like a 1 candle.
Happy
The number 1
birthday.
candle. Yeah. Happy birthday to What the Pod. Shout out.
Guys.
Can you shout out your own podcast on the podcast?
Yeah, shout out to us. We're freaking
Look,
baller.
y'all, I had an idea and I don't think Haley's on board with it.
Wait, what is it?
I'm gonna say it.
Oh, geez Louise. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So I think we should, okay, everybody knows dating websites, right? I think we should sign up, not for a dating website,
Mm-hmm.
but for Bumble Friends, which is a dating website, but it's not for dating. It's for girls to meet other girls in your area for friendship and hobbies and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
I think we should make a podcast. I'm like yelling into this mic. Look at that. I think we should make a podcast Bumble account and make friends with people. And I think that would help promote and make friends.
Do you think that they would be like...
This is
I
weird.
have 2 reservations about it.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 reservation is, does the advertising go against their policy? And
I
if
don't
so,
think so. I don't think it would.
okay. Reservation number 2
Mm-hmm.
is, would people... Because I don't know how Bumble works, right? Like, is it a swiping situation?
Yes, it's a swiping.
Okay. Are we thinking that people are just going to be like, oh, they're just advertising and then they swipe away?
No, I think what will happen more than likely is that they'll think we're a gay couple.
I don't want to be on a dating app.
That's fine. It's not a dating. I've been on it in the last couple years.
But you have to know that like people are still using it, even the friend side of it.
Look, I was on it for about 6 months
Uh-huh.
and I swiped. I met friends. I never met them out in the wild.
How does it work? Do you just like put your interest or like hobbies?
Yeah,
and
you
stuff?
do your photos.
Uh-huh.
You do your interest. It does your age
Uh-huh.
and where you live ish.
Mm-hmm.
You just fill out like the about me, just like a Tinder account.
Okay,
But you just swipe and it's only women can join and only
that's pretty reassuring.
only women can join and you can only match with other women. There's no
Okay.
men on there, I don't think.
I will say I like
I think only women can join. I could be I've never seen a man on there, so I assume only women can join.
We'll have to look more into it.
It might not be a thing. I'm just like we can stick to
Spitballing.
TikTok. I'm just trying to throw ideas
No, I
out
think
there.
it's good to have new ideas.
I should have not started that wine. I'm starting to get sweaty.
Do you get hot too when you drink?
Sometimes, yeah.
My face gets red. Like,
I don't know
I
if
get
mine does
hot.
that. It might. I don't know. I wear so much makeup when I drink, so I don't know. I have like a pound of makeup
doesn't
on.
it feel hot? Like your cheeks don't feel hot?
I don't know.
You don't notice the difference?
I think I'm
You're
just
having too
so
much fun to
drunk.
notice.
Yeah, I think I'm too drunk. I think I only ever get drunk now at the casino, so it's kind of like
Yeah, don't really notice.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway.
Ashley said that she wanted. So a couple days ago, we were talking about this episode, and she said that she wanted to talk about something on the podcast, but she would not tell me what it was, which is so we want to say so hard for each other to do.
Yeah.
Because we talk about literally anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so having to withhold that information, I'm sure, was probably kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear.
Okay.
What it is.
Are you ready? So it's a true crime one, which you guys know we're horrible at. Again, let's disclaimer, we're just two girls. I did the research, so you know it's bad.
No.
I watched the Netflix documentary, and I'm sure everyone's seen it by now, except Haley.
I'm horrible with TV, guys.
I know.
Really bad.
So it's a documentary called American Nightmare on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you the story of what happened,
Okay.
and then you're going to have to predict. You're just going to have to tell me your opinion in the end.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I might mispronounce names because I don't know anything. So, I'm going to minimize this, actually.
I love hearing you storytell. It's
So-
fun. Okay.
This guy,
Uh-huh.
what is his name? Aaron. His name is Aaron. Yeah. His name is Aaron. Is it? See, this is how much research I've done. It's Aaron. I know for a fact it's Aaron. Yeah, Aaron Quinn. Okay, cool. Aaron Quinn was engaged. We're going to call her Michelle because I don't know her real name.
Oh, okay.
So Aaron and Michelle
Uh-huh.
were engaged.
Okay.
They're both like physical therapists or something in a hospital.
Oh.
And they ended up separating because she cheated. He caught her
Ooh.
cheating, so they separated.
Dang.
Follow me along here, people. So they separated. He started dating a girl named Denise,
Uh-huh.
who somewhat looked like Michelle.
Okay, so he has a type.
He has a type.
Okay.
That's just an important thing to remember.
Okay.
I know how you are about memory, but just like
I'm
remember
so bad.
they
Okay.
kind of look alike.
Okay, yeah. He's got a type.
So, what happens is that Denise finds out that Aaron has been texting Michelle behind her back
Oh no.
and wanting to get back together with Michelle, even though she cheated and did all those naughty things.
Yeah.
And they all three work in the same department at the hospital.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
They still work together after they broke up their engagement?
Yes.
Ew.
And so anyway, so then Denise comes over to his house that night and they're reconciliation.
Kindling or
yeah.
something? Okay.
They're just talking about each other's feelings. They get drunk. Not drunk. I don't know if they were drunk, but they were drinking. They were just, letting everything out in the air, trying to make it work because he realized he loved her. So he was like, I want to make this work.
Uh-huh.
So they go to bed about 3 a.m. They get woken up to lasers, like red, like lasers and flashing lights. They get woken up. They immediately, I could be getting these facts wrong. Remember that.
Uh-huh.
So, but I know they're right. Just they might be in different orders and all that kind of stuff. I'm just retelling a story that I saw on TV.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anyway, so they get him up out of bed. They put swim goggles on them.
Okay, wait. So somebody broke into their house?
Yes.
Okay.
And multiple people.
Oh my gosh.
And they
okay.
put swim goggles on their face that were blacked out. So like blacked out swim goggles. So they couldn't see anything. And they put a set of headphones on them. And it started playing an audio that says, we're here for, we're not here to hurt you or whatever or something. I wonder if I can read it. Let me see if I can find it on Google really quick.
Oh gosh, this is really scary.
Oh yeah, your home invasions. I forgot.
Oh my gosh, this is really scary.
I forgot
to me.
about that, to be honest.
I thought like a when you say they got woken up by lasers, like somebody was shining like a laser pointer at them.
They were, but it was somebody coming in the house. Okay.
You know how scary that would be anyway, though, because like lasers are on like snipers and stuff, so that would be terrifying. Oh my gosh, this is like really giving me the chills. What's it called? American Nightmare on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it. Oh my gosh, are they still alive?
Hold on.
I know. I gotta wait. Did they tie them up?
Don't look at the screen.
Okay, sorry. I wasn't reading. I was just looking. You click on things. I'm looking away.
I don't know. I'm just going to paraphrase.
Okay.
I'm just going to paraphrase because I don't remember. Okay. So, anyway, Denise and Aaron are, I don't know if they were tied up. I don't remember if they were tied up or not. They might have been. I don't remember. Anyway, they were sedated. A needle, and they were sedated.
Oh, wow.
So, but they kept having a recording keep playing in their ears that said, we're not here to hurt you, but this is a ransom, or this is going to be a
hold up or something.
Yeah, for money and all this stuff. We know all your information. We know all your family. We know, blah, 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 blah. He says he does remember, I think he said this. He does remember the headphones coming or hearing people around him, and he couldn't see. Neither of them could. He does remember that. And he, they said something like, this isn't Michelle. It's Denise. And so they were like, we're going to take her anyway. And so they ended up taking her, and they told Aaron, they said that we duct taped red duct tape in your living room. You cannot leave the square. We have cameras installed. You cannot leave the square. And you cannot call for help, or we will know. We have a team of hackers. We do this regularly and all this kind of stuff. So anyway.
Okay, so wait. He heard the people talking saying, that's not Michelle, it's Denise.
Yes.
But then they kidnapped her?
Because the plan originally was to take Michelle.
But it wasn't Michelle,
it wasn't Michelle, but they thought she looked like her, so they thought, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Because they didn't realize until the end, I don't think. Later on that it wasn't her.
And they duct taped a place off in his living room?
Yes, like a living room just like this, and they did a square. And he wasn't allowed to leave the square, which he was sedated, so he fell asleep. And he woke up 6 hours later. I'm yelling again. He woke up 6 hours later, and he said that, or he remembers the car. Hello? I don't know where it stopped, but anyway. So he fell asleep because he remembers the car driving off, his car. They took his car. And he remembers the car driving off, but he was so out of it that he fell asleep.
Can't do anything, yeah.
6 hours later, he woke up, kind of freaking out.
Yeah.
I think he fell back asleep. And then he woke up again, and he was like, what am I going to do? Like, fuck, she's been kidnapped. So then they, email him. And they say, send us, I think it's either 15,000 or 18,000. I don't remember. And you'll get her back. It's a ransom. So they're like, send us this money and you'll get her back. He goes, he's like, fuck, what do I do? I don't have this kind of money. But then again, so he gets a cash advance on his cards or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And then he realizes, he was like, I can't call the police because whatever.
Yeah.
But according to, I watched a documentary and I watched a little mini documentary on Netflix or on YouTube. And on the YouTube channel, they mentioned that he called his brother first, who is an FBI agent, and told him what happened. And his brother convinced him to call the police. So he calls the police. Police get there. They search the house. They don't see anything other than, also, kidnappers were wearing scuba gear.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
Yeah. So they were wearing the
when would they, my thing is,
swimsuit things.
When would they have had time to install cameras?
I don't know. Anyway, so the police come. They have video of them there at the house. And they go upstairs. They look around, whatever. There is red tape on the carpet. But he's Aaron's hunched over, just sitting there this is what happened. So then he gets to the police station. They take his clothes and they put him in a jumpsuit thing because that's all the clothes the police station had. I don't know why that's important, but it is. So anyway, he tells them this story.
Yeah.
And they're like, we think you killed her.
What?
Yeah, they were like...
Because it sounds so outlandish.
It was insane. There was more details to it that I don't remember, but it was just the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life. They were like, we know you killed her and you dumped her body and now you're making up this crazy story.
Oh my... A sidebar question. I seem to have a lot of these.
That's fine.
This might be a dumb question, but I genuinely don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody has injected you and like sedated you, could they not take like a blood sample? Would that go into your bloodstream or no?
I want to say he did give a blood sample. I think it said it in the doc that he did. I don't know if anything came back, but it might have been like something that burned in your system fast.
Like wore off.
Because you got to think he slept over 6 hours.
Yeah.
So
he didn't even like, as soon as he woke up, even though they said.
Oh, it was NyQuil.
Don't call
It was a
for
type
help.
of NyQuil. I know it has something with
jeez.
NyQuil in it. Because they found, anyway, that's not important yet.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway,
okay.
he tells this. My husband just walked in and Haley nearly had a heart attack.
Oh my god. I gotta put my headphones back on. I was about to run for my life. James, you scared me so bad.
We're talking about home invasions.
Which is like the scariest thing to me. Oh my gosh. No. I just heard you open the door. I did. I was like.
Anyway,
ugh.
so the police are like, you're full of shit. Like, they were like, it's not true. You're lying. You killed her.
Oh my gosh.
You know, all this stuff. And he's like breaking down. He was there for like hours and they're like grilling him.
Right.
And he's like, it's true. Like, whatever. Look, there's the emails that I've gotten and all this stuff. And they're like, no, it's fake. Like, no. They're like,
What?
so anyway, so they're dealing with him. His lawyer ends up having to come and get him because he wasn't under arrest, but they were like, if you're
Trying
not
to
arresting
hold him.
him, he's dipping. Like,
Yeah.
you're not doing this. And then he's just like, I just want to find Denise. Like, I need Denise. Anyway, fast forward 48 hours later, 2 hours away, in Denise's hometown, a street from where she grew up, literally the street over from where she grew up, her childhood home is. She comes walking down the street and knocks on her neighbor's door, and says, I've been let go.
Oh my gosh. So obviously, like, he didn't do it because.
Yeah. But then the police are like, okay, it's time to talk to Denise because she's clearly planned this because she's pissed because he cheated.
Do what?
They think that she planned this whole thing, like conspired, or they're conspiring together to get attention or something.
Okay.
Because they're like, this story is so far-fetched that, like, in the interview, he was like, this stuff doesn't happen.
Right.
Like, stuff like this does not happen.
Yeah.
And, so.
But they said that they had video of those people, like, coming into the house, didn't they? Is that what you said?
No, there was no video.
Oh.
No, the video was of the police coming into the home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there is no evidence. The only evidence they had that there was an intruder, the only evidence, because there was nothing on the locks, like they just got in.
No forced entry.
No
or
forced
anything?
entry. The only thing that was there was the tape on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
So they either think Denise planned it to get back at him, kind of like they said it was a lot like Scott Patterson's case. I think that was his name. Scott Patterson, is that his name? Hold on, let me Google it.
I don't know that. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Scott Peterson. I'm sorry, guys.
So that they're thinking that
He's the
she
one-
did it just to like teach a lesson of like,
Yeah, Scott Peterson's the one that they ended up calling him when he was in there being interrogated. They said, you're a monster, and like was just being hateful to him. Like Detective Mustard was his name, by the way.
Are you serious?
His name was Detective Mustard. Anyway, so Scott Peterson killed his wife and made up this elaborate story that she left him and all this stuff, and it was like crazy elaborate. And it was only 2 hours away from where this happened.
So they think that it's like
They think it's a
mock crime or
copycat,
something.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and they just think there wasn't a hair touched on her head, like when she got dropped off. So what had happened the police show up at that childhood home. They start questioning her and they're like, were you sexually assaulted or anything? She said no. Like, they just let me go, or he just let me go, or whatever.
I have so many questions.
Yeah. So everybody in the world thinks it's a hoax. Like, every news station saying it's a hoax. Like, everyone is like, it's a hoax.
Right.
So she finally goes, she's like avoiding the police. Like the police are like, we need you to come in and talk to us, Detective Mustard. And she's like, not doing it. And so they're like,
well, I mean, that is
sketch.
questionable.
Then she goes straight to her attorney's office.
Uh-huh.
And her attorney told her, you're not going to talk to nobody. But this is where the shitty police kind of work goes into play.
Okay.
She tells her attorney that she was sexually assaulted twice.
But she told the police that she wasn't.
Yes, because the kidnappers told her that if you tell anybody, we know where you live, we know your family, we know everything.
Right.
So the attorney ended up calling the police and saying, hey, she's claiming that she was RAPE'd.
Yeah.
And she like we need to back her clothes and get like a test done, like a kit. Yeah. And the police said, no, she can come in tomorrow and we can talk to her and interview her. Just tell her don't shower or change.
Do what?
They claim they never said that, but the attorney was like, they did to me.
Oh, this is wild.
Yeah. So anyway, so she doesn't get a kit done that I know of. And then fast forward, I don't know. I hope I don't miss anything. Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't.
This is so crazy.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh, I've got to watch this tonight, even though I'm going to be scared out of my mind.
Okay, see, it says they woke up. No, the recording said, wake up, this is a robbery. We're not here to hurt you. And it says the couple was bound, blindfolded, and sedated, and Huskin was taken from, which is Denise, was taken from the home in the trunk of Quinn's car, which is Aaron. Aaron was left inside and wait to further instruction on how to deliver the ransom. He was warned that there was cameras monitoring his movements, and if he contacted the police, the kidnappers would kill her. Okay. Detective Matthew Mustard.
That's crazy.
Suck.
What state did this happen in?
He was interrogated for 18 hours.
Oh my god!
And finally, his brother Ethan hired an attorney and secured his release from police custody, even though he was never detained. Even though it says he was detained, he was not held under arrest. He was there on his own free will.
He should have just left.
He should have, but I think he was so like adamant on like,
yeah.
Because like my mind when I'm watching this is like, okay, she planned this to get back at him. There's no freaking way she didn't. Like, I'm thinking the whole time, like, this dude's been played, and she planned this. Like, have you ever seen Gone Girl?
Who did she involve, though? Like, how, like...
There's no telling.
People would have had to have been in on it because he heard, so many footsteps.
Have you seen Gone Girl?
No, I don't think
I haven't either, but it's about, from my understanding, it's a husband and a wife. Wife disappears and makes it look like there was, like, a crime in the house, and she disappears and they can't find her body, but the husband goes down for murder pretty much.
Oh wow. And
she's off living life, and then she returns.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So anyway, I've never seen it. I think I have seen it, but it was so long ago. It's something like that. So pretty much like she fakes her own death so her husband would go down for the crime.
Holy cow.
And then the police kept saying, this is like Gone Girl, you need to watch it. Like, was saying stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
And,
oh, I've got to know how this ends.
Okay, anyway, so I don't think I'm missing anything on this part. I could be wrong, though. Who knows? You just have to watch it to find out.
I trust you.
So anyway, so they're kind of living their lives. It's only been, like, I think a couple days or a week or something like that. An email comes through to a reporter. Oh no, I did miss something. Before she got released, an email came through to a reporter, and it was a voice message from Denise that said, it was super calm. It was super like, all she said was, hey, this is Denise Huskins. I am fine. I am safe. something. I don't remember. It was just super like monotoned. And she was like, today, because they wanted proof that it was like a new recording of her. She said, today there was a plane crash that killed 150 people, which had happened that day.
Oh, wow. So
anyway, so they get this ransom. He takes it to the police, and the police is like, that's when they start to think this is a hoax.
Right.
So anyway, fast forward.
Uh-huh.
Somebody gets an email. I don't remember who gets the email. It might have been the police. No, it wasn't the police department. It was somebody. Anyway, somebody gets an email, and it says it's from the ransom guys. And it says, we are a team of hackers. We're college educated. We're young. And I think Denise and Aaron deserve an apology, a public apology, saying that if it's not true, because it is true and they're good people, so they need a public apology.
What?
Yeah. Something like that. I'm just misquoting it, but it's something along those lines of like, they deserve an apology from the public. And if they don't, then a consequence. There was some type of consequence.
Oh my, that's a threat.
Yeah. So everyone still thought it was a hoax.
That is so wild.
Everyone thought it was a hoax, still thinks it's a hoax. So there's a woman. How did it end? I don't remember. My brain just went completely blank. Anyway, come to find out, this is where like the ending is. This is what happened. Another police department got a lead on a case. There was, okay, I remember now.
Okay.
A guy broke into a home and he tried to attack the daughter.
Okay.
But the mom and dad were home, came down, dad started fighting him, whatever. He got away. They called the police. He was trying to kidnap the daughter.
Oh my gosh.
And those duct tape, zip ties, and stuff like that he dropped when he took off running, and he left his cell phone behind.
Oh my gosh.
On the counter of the kitchen. So the police track the cell phone. They don't track it. They call, I guess, the contact in it that says mom. And they ask, whose phone is this? And she said, oh, it's my son, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, okay, well, where is your son right now? We'd like to return his phone. And she was like, oh, he's at my cabin up in the mountains.
Oh, my word.
So they go out there. He's got a white Mustang. And Denise said that when she was shoved in the trunk of a car, she said it sounded like a Mustang.
Oh my gosh.
And they also, in those emails, they sent pictures of the room that Denise was in those emails, which was just like a house in it, but the windows were boarded up.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah. And she said the guy was super polite and like very nice to her and stuff, other than the RAPE stuff. Yeah. But she said he was very like, she's not like condoning it or anything like that, but she was very much
he
like,
wasn't,
they
like,
didn't hit me.
like...
They didn't. She said that he said stuff like, he came in and he was like, well, she was like, she had those goggles on, so she still couldn't see.
Yeah.
And she said, he'd take me to the bathroom or whatever. And then, he'd come in and he said, hey, so that way you don't tell people what happened, I'm going to have to record us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And she was like, okay. Well, she didn't say okay. Of course, it was forced.
Right.
And then afterwards, a day later, he told her, he was like, hey, someone's here. They're not as nice as me, so you better like be good, kind of thing. And, or he said, just kind of keep your head down type thing.
Oh,
or no, pretend to be asleep. That's what it was. And so she pretended to be asleep. And then he comes back in the room, same guy. And he says, hey, it didn't look like you enjoyed it yesterday in the video, so you're going to have to redo it. That's why it happened twice. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was fucked up. Like, I cannot imagine what she went through. And they're telling her this is a hoax and that she's lying at this point. So anyway, the emails come out that they need to apologize. It's a hoax, whatever. They get this guy. They're at the house. They see the white Mustang.
At the cabin, yeah. Okay.
At the cabin. They go through the house and they're like, this is weird. Like, it's a weird, just like the windows are all taped up. Like, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
So they're going through his car and they pull out a trash bag, a blow-up doll.
Yuck.
Dressed in all black.
Uh-huh.
And not ski goggles, swimmer
Swim
goggles
goggles.
with blacked out.
Oh my gosh.
And the detective's like, it's her first case ever. She was like, I didn't think anything of it, but there was this long piece of blonde hair on the goggles. So she's like calling around. She doesn't know anything about like Denise's case or nothing like that. She'd never heard of it.
This is a different police department?
A different police department. It's like a couple hours away.
Yeah.
And she had no idea. So she's like calling around or something like that. And I can't remember how she connected the dots, but she called. No, his blood, they did like a DNA sample and it matched a rape.
Oh.
Before, I think. I could be wrong. Y'all, guys, don't come at me. But this part is a little blurry for me because I was starting to get sleepy.
Okay.
But either way, they connected him to the case. He was a Marine, which he told her that he was a Marine, that he was ex-military while she was in confinement or whatever. He told her that he was ex-military. And he was coming to find out he did it all.
Oh my
It was all true. The whole thing was true.
Yeah.
And the city ended up apologizing, I think. They said that they never stated it was a hoax, even though they did. It says, how is the case resolved? After months of being subjected to false accusations that one or both of them had faked Huskins' abduction and sexual assault, as well as living in fear for one or more assailants were still out there, an attempt kidnapping in Dublin, California, after 40 miles south of Valjo. How does that detective not know this story if it's only 40 miles away?
That's what I'm wondering.
Made a break in the case. June 5th, 2015, incident bore striking resemblance to Huskins and Quinn's story, except this time the threatened couple had managed to, I don't know that word, thwart.
What's this? How's it spelled?
Thwart.
Thwart?
Yeah, I don't freaking know. Anyway, the intruder, who dropped his phone inside the house during the scuffle. Dublin police traced the phone to a woman, told him it belonged to her son, Matthew Mueller, a former U.S. Marine, Harvard Law School graduate.
Oh my god!
After searching Mueller's South Lake Tahoe cabin, Misty, which is the detective, one of the officers who took part in the arrest, started putting the puzzles together. Looking back at all the evidence, there was just no denying that this wasn't his first time committing a crime. I just had figured out that these other crimes occurred. Anyway, Mueller, who had previously committed similar home invasions assaults around the Bay Area, were ultimately charged in Sacramento federal court with kidnapping for ransom. While he never revealed why Roberts was his intended target, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 40 years in prison and was later charged in the Solano County with the sexual assault of Huskins, as well as the robbery, burglary, and false imprisonment of Quinn, and sentenced to 31 years at state prison. He is serving the state sentence concurrently with the federal sentence. What does concurrently mean?
That means like no gaps. Like he's got to serve the entire 31 years.
Separately?
No, altogether.
So, like, he was charged 40 years and then charged another 31 years.
So, if it's concurrent, that means that he's got to serve 71 years.
Got it. Okay.
Together.
I didn't know if they each, like, counted to each other.
As far as I know. Now, again, I'm not,
I'm not either.
But,
with federal sentence, with the federal sentence, concurrently with the federal sentence. What does that mean? Anyway, while Huskins and Quinn maintain that there was one or more suspect involved, no one but Mueller has ever been charged in the case.
Did they question
So they
him?
said there was a team of people.
Mueller did? Or Aaron?
No. Like when they were like woken up,
right.
They said it was a team of people.
Yeah.
Like multiple lasers. And those guns that they used in the home invasion turn out to be painted water guns with like red dot lasers.
Scratched to them or something? Like
strapped to taped
it?
to them.
I didn't think it was a hoax until, just because it is so out there that like you just, naturally believe it. But then whenever you mentioned the team of hackers were like, they need a public apology.
Yeah.
Then I was like, now what the?
Yep.
Why would they Why would they do that? That's when I started to really question it. That is crazy. Did Mueller did they question him of like if who else was involved? I mean, I'm sure he didn't.
I don't know.
Give any answers.
I don't know. I don't know if it went into that in the doc, but no, they said that they think it was a one-man job.
That is really scary.
Yeah.
Oh, that like gives me the chills.
Now Huskins and Quinn are married and they have kids.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
What a horrifying experience.
They married in 2018, welcomed their first daughter, Olivia, 5 years to the day after Huskins was released. Their second daughter, Naomi, was born in 2022.
Oh.
This is what they look like.
Thank goodness they weren't like...
She wasn't like...
seriously hurt.
Yeah, like,
you know what
she
I mean?
could have been killed.
She could have. So it was
that
just
went sideways.
Purely for ransom? Like,
mm-hmm.
he just wanted money.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Well, no, it wasn't for the ransom. It was for the RAPE.
Wow.
And the money. I assume the money has... But his previous charges were because he assaulted women.
Right. And he got, they found his phone while he was committing another home invasion, trying to kidnap a girl.
Yep.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
Yep.
That's a good one though. Like that sounds bad to say like right after we just talked about it, but
no, it was interesting.
It is very interesting.
Because I was watching it and I had to say, I was like, I really thought that she did something. It was her. Right. She was just being vindictive.
I wonder why the swim gear.
I don't know. Maybe to not lose any evidence or like leave any evidence because it's so tight on your body.
Maybe.
That it like, and it's that.
You're like concealed.
What's that stuff called?
It's a wetsuit.
Yeah. It's a wetsuit.
It's like spandex almost.
No, there's a word for it.
Neoprene?
I think that is what it is. I don't know if that's the right word.
It's like neoprene or whatever.
What material is swim suits made out of?
That's going to bring up like bathing suits. Wetsuit.
Nylon? No. That's not the word, is it? Wetsuits. That's smarter. Think smarter, not harder. Oh, I don't have to work tomorrow. It's a magical night.
Lucky. Do you remember, this is related in the material
neoprene
aspect. Yeah, neoprene.
Neoprene. Okay, cool. Preen. Same thing.
The only reason I know what that is because do you remember like in it probably was like 2015 or something, 2016, when those bathing suits were going viral. It was like the triangle bikinis. You have to know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's made out of neoprene.
Yes.
It's the same material as
and they were super expensive.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And they all kind of looked the same, but they were like different colors.
Yeah.
That's that material.
I do remember that vaguely.
I'll show you a picture. I'm sure it will jog your memory. That is really scary.
It was all over, like, what platform was that all over?
The swimsuits?
Mm-hmm.
Like, YouTube.
Yeah.
Because, like, all the YouTubers were, like, doing hauls, like, their summer hauls.
Swimsuit hauls.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I love those. I would fall into those. Okay, we should talk about the sickle cell thing.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the clip for it.
Let me find these. Another day, another victory for the OGs. Those, do you remember?
Yeah.
So Ashley was telling me earlier that this YouTuber, I guess somewhat recently, lied about having sickle cell anemia. And then she outed herself. Like she owned up to the lying on a podcast.
Okay, I'm going to play the clip.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Where this idea or light bulb popped up in my head. So right after I got out of surgery, the nurse, I remember waking up and this nurse came in. She's like, "Hi, honey. Like, we're just monitoring you. Like, you did lose a lot of blood. Like, we just want to make sure that you're good. Like, that, you won't have to, like, just to make sure you're good." Right. And I remember she was like trying to like wake me up and keep me in conversation just to like make sure I'm good. And she's just like talking to me, and she's like, so how long have you been anemic for? And I was like, oh, like since I can remember. And she's like, you probably have sickle cell. And then like the third day is like when I was finally coming back to life, and I remember looking at my DMs and like messaging people being like, oh, like, where are you? Where have you been? Like, I hadn't posted on social media for those 3 days, and then I go into full panic mode. I'm like, holy fuck. Mm-hmm. I cannot even get up or sit down to use the restroom. I can't like do anything. And then I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I going to tell my fans? Like, I had no content pre-film. Like, I go into full panic mode. And I remember at the time it was just my mom and my ex there with me, and they didn't know what to do. And I was just kind of like in a frenzy, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to say that I had sickle cell.
If somebody's telling me casually, like, oh, you have sickle cell, it's going to be like, oh, I probably have a cold. I probably have like a fever.
So that's why I just took it with a grain of salt. And I didn't really think about it. And I was just kind of like, I'm going to be so honest. Like I fucked up, and I just didn't think about it. I just was kind of, okay. So at the time as well, like, I was getting a lot of hate. Like, it was in an era where like you could say anything trendy, or like you could tweet anything about me, and it would get so much likes and attention. I was talking about this with my friends too. Like, back then the internet was so cruel to me, and I just don't know what, it was almost like a trend to hate on me. And just,
so you were already getting hate back then,
yeah. Okay. I was getting a lot of hate, and like mentally I was super weak. Everybody around me knew that like any little hate or any little comment would get to me, and I would cry, and I would just like, mentally I was just super vulnerable. So I knew that if I told the internet in 2018, when BBLs were not even a thing, if I were to come out right now that I had BBL, nobody would give a shit.
Oh yeah, right now everybody would
give a fuck. But in 2018, everything's fresh. If I were to come out with that I got a BBL and that's my first surgery, I would have gotten dragged through the mud.
Oh yeah.
And mentally, I just was not prepared for that. I was not ready for that. I knew that like
you were scared because you were already getting
terrified.
Hate.
I was terrified of the.
So anyway,
she gets a BBL, doesn't have any content pre-filmed.
Because she thought it'd be like a couple days out or like a day out.
So then in order to not share that she had plastic surgery, she says that she has sickle cell anemia for empathy.
Yes. And she went in to, let me see if I can find the YouTube video. Oh, here it is.
OMG.
Here it is. Hold on.
To my channel. So obviously from
I'm not
the
gonna play
title
the whole
of the
thing,
video,
but
you're probably like a little bit confused, like what does she have to tell us? But I am just here to tell you guys what has been going on in my life for the past 2 weeks. A lot of you guys noticed that I was being a little bit MIA on social media. I was still
3 days,
stuff, but I just wasn't being active. I wasn't like tweeting like I always do or Snapchatting and all that stuff. So I just wanted to let you guys know what has been going on. So I'm just gonna go straight into the story. So pretty much what happened was that in the beginning of the year, obviously it's still the beginning of the year, but in the beginning of January, I went for my physical checkup, and they took out some blood work, and they were like, oh, are you anemic? And I was like, yes. I was like, I'm anemic. I was like, I've already been knowing this. I was like, because of my iron level is low.
Already be knowing this.
Because of your iron level, they were like, your hemoglobin level is low. So right after my appointment, I told my mom what happened, and then she flew down here, which a lot of you guys were like, why is Daisy's mom there? Why isn't she showing her off on Snap, how I usually do? And my mom was really concerned, so obviously her as a parent, she just came down here to be there for support and just to see what's going on. So then whenever we went back for the checkup appointment, that's where they explained everything to me. So pretty much what sickle cell anemia is, everybody has red blood cells, and they are circles.
Anyway, she goes into detail about what this disease is, and people are like sympathetic, you know, because it's like a big deal. I don't know what that is, to be honest, but it's a big deal. It's a disease. Nobody wants a disease.
No.
And nothing against diseases. Like, we all have.
But my thing, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on anybody with the disease. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like,
she posted the video saying that she had sickle cell anemia. Did she come out
with the truth?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
This happened in 2018. And she just came out on this podcast and just told it.
Because now it's okay to have a BBL.
Yes.
But if it wasn't, she would
still have sickle cell. And people are commenting on her videos throughout the years, like, how are you doing? Like, what's going on? Anyway, so she faked a disease because she didn't want people to know she had a BBL.
That is wild.
She could go fuck herself, to be honest.
That is wild. Imagine like being in such a spiral because you don't have content to
For
post on the
3
internet,
days.
that you tell people that you have a disease that you literally don't come out with the truth about for 6 years.
It's wild to me. Oh, also, another thing on the internet. I'm just going to talk about things on the internet
That's
for a second.
okay.
Checking my bank account
That is
first.
Priorities.
I just had,
Hashtag
like,
priorities.
I had like a second where I'm like, oh, I haven't checked that lately.
That's insane to me.
Anyway, Bretman Rock. You know him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Hold on. Vanita.
He's got
Do you know
all
who
the
that is?
chickens.
Vanita?
No.
It's a podcaster. I don't know her, but a lot of people follow her, I guess.
I don't think I do.
He goes on. I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to listen to the story and then tell me your thoughts.
Oh, okay. Put me in the
How
hot
she
seat.
beat the shit out of her.
Oh yeah, Martina, by the way, is my dad's mistress.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was just the name that I gave her on the book. So what had happened was my mom called one day and she was like, "Oh, how's the maid?" And I was like, "Oh, she's cute." Like the mom and dad is always kissing.
Was the maid like just like a cover up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my mom, my brother, and my sister were all in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad and I was in the Philippines because
Okay.
he was like, "You gotta leave the middle child behind just in case you cheat on me."
Yeah.
And he hired this maid
Mm-hmm.
who he told my mom was a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
She was not a lesbian.
Yeah.
And one day my mom called and she was like, "How's the maid?" And I was like, "She's lovely. Dad's always kissing her, and they sleep together. Like they're actually massaging each other right now." And I was like 7 at the time.
I
so
know
I don't
your
know what the
dad was
fuck
like,
I
"Yo,
was saying.
snitching ass."
I didn't know I was snitching, but
Yeah.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah, of course.
A week later, my mom shows up. I'm eating oatmeal. Martina's cooking fish. I'm eating oatmeal at the table. She comes in. She grabs the pan, dumps it on her, boiling oil, dumps it on her, and it's all over her, like here, and her hands are like boiling. Like literally, she's like,
And that's what
Yeah.
she f***ing get.
and the floor is oily, right? And my mom knocks her out, grabs her by the hair, and drags her right out of the house. And she was not done yet. And nobody stopped my mom because everyone like literally looked like they saw a ghost.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
She didn't tell anybody who she was coming in.
She popped
pulled
up.
up. She
Like
pulled up
Tyler
on a
Perry
beach. And she dragged her about like 200 meters out in the neighbor, like literally, and all the neighbors saw this whole thing happen. So if people ever thought I was making shit up in the book, ask my neighborhood, bitch. We all saw that whole thing happen. Like,
And your mom beat her down in front of the community.
yeah, and our roads back home is like filled with like manure, like
Mhm.
shit, like glass. And she stood up, like she literally looked like a new person. like it was like,
Your mom gave her a facial reconstruction.
yeah.
Have you ever brought?
Why? Okay, my immediate thought. Why would you air something like that on the internet?
He wrote it in his book. And he's on a podcast, like, advertising his book, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't
Book tour.
follow him. I don't follow him.
I don't either, I don't think.
But people are pissed about it. Who the fuck attacks somebody, pours boiling hot grease?
That's assault.
That is, she had to go to the burn unit or something. I don't know if that's true, but I heard that.
It's like he's glamorizing it.
Yeah.
I get, like, look, nobody likes a cheater.
Nobody.
But to pour hot grease on somebody, that's like an offense.
Yeah, that's like attempt of murder.
Yeah. They could honestly probably call it that.
Yeah, like apparently
I don't
his
know.
dad and the mistress are still together.
How does his family feel about him talking about this all over the internet?
They probably think it's fine.
That's wild.
Was that your phone? No.
Why does my Gmail notification sound like that now?
I don't know. I don't
It's like,
get notifications from my email.
Do you have them turned off?
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea because I get like 30 million a day.
But anyway,
Yeah. What's your immediate thought?
mine was what the fuck? I mean, I get it because I'm like,
Everybody likes an entertaining story. Everybody likes.
well, that's not
Everybody
why
hates
I
a
got
cheater.
it. I got it because I would fuck a bitch up too.
Well,
But then the grown up me is like, okay, she has no reason to respect you. Your husband does.
yeah.
So there's no reason for being mad at her. For
Why would, like, if
what the
you're-
husband did?
If you're gonna pour hot grease on somebody, why not the husband?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't condone that.
No,
at all,
absolutely
but
not. Absolutely
it's
not.
assault. Like, she should have went to jail and stayed in jail.
That's crazy, dude.
Like, and to air it out like that.
The things that people just like openly put on
is
the
there a
internet,
statute of limitations on that?
like because so much time has passed. Like,
Yeah. Can they still charge her? I guess
don't
if the
know.
girl doesn't press charges. It's
Well,
the
she's-
Philippines too, so I don't know how their laws work.
if she's married to his dad, like that would be kind of crazy.
I don't know if they're married, but I
Dang,
heard
would
they're
you?
still
Dang,
together.
would you stay?
Fuck no. She probably has like scars and stuff.
She has to.
Bretman Rock's dad. Let's look him up.
Oh my gosh, deep dive.
Bretman.
Yeah, it is crazy what people just openly put on the internet. And I don't think, I don't know. I mean, if he put that in his book, that had to
And
go
the
through,
girl
a
was
whole-
like, as she should, or whatever. And I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. Just like glamorizing
oh, his dad's
it.
dead.
Oh.
His
My-
father was a fan of his professional wrestling. Hold on. Bretman
My
Rock is
condolences.
not. Is it?
That was shocking.
Hold on.
It's not funny. I just,
Oh, he's a
That
fan
really
of
threw me
professional
off.
wrestling and is named after Bret Hart and The Rock. The Rock moved to Hawaii at the age of 7 and played sports while growing up, including... Is that right? Died after being in a coma in 2019. Oh, yeah, so he
Oh.
died.
that's sad.
I wonder if the mistress is any of these photos.
Oh my gosh. The maid?
Yeah. They might not have been together afterwards. That's what I heard.
That's crazy, dude. Still.
Dad's mistress. Let's Google that. Mistress.
Did this just come across on your For You page?
No, it was on Do We Know Them?
Oh, was it?
Oh, it's on Twitter. Someone said, and the people laughing at comments like, oh, hot oil on the face is disturbing.
Literally.
Yeah. I wonder what the comments are like on that video.
I don't
Let's
know.
read a couple for funsies.
Okay.
A pot of frying oil fell on me, and y'all's words can't describe the pain and recovery. And then someone said, jail?
Yeah.
And then someone said, that's not... and it just fell off.
Yeah.
Y'all clearly don't understand how much boiling oil would hurt and the massive damage that could be long-term to someone. Yeah, because it could fuck your nerves up.
Yeah, like the general consensus is like that did not pop off like I think you thought it would.
Oh, this one's good. There's always so much energy for the home wrecker and none for the person who unlocked the door for them to come home or something. For them to come
Period.
to the home.
Yep.
All of them are like, this is sad. And the video is still up. Like, my ass would have deleted it.
When did they post it? At least they're not deleting
January 9th.
comments. Oh dang, that's a long time for it to be up.
How many? It has 675,000 likes.
Jeez Louise.
Also, Kite Baby, I watched the
Oh, the apologies.
the frantic video
You
of
did?
it. Yeah,
It
I
is.
finished
It's
it.
very panicky, is it not?
She's just like, man, they fucked up.
bad.
They fucked up.
Did you guys hear about Kite Baby? It's a
I like how you paused, like they're gonna answer.
I mean, maybe. It's a company that they do like children's and infant like clothing and I guess like
Mhm,
accessories or whatever.
Bamboo clothing.
That's it. Bamboo like onesies.
Mhm.
And apparently bamboo's like really good
I have no
for
idea.
your skin or something. I don't know.
My kid gets some Walmart clothes.
Period. Anyway, so the owner, well, okay, so this woman works for Kite Baby and her and her husband are unable to have children. I might be getting this wrong, but it is correct in some sort of way. And they were going through the adoption process.
Because she had like, did you already say that? She had like 3 miscarriages. She couldn't conceive.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
weren't able to have
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So they were going through the adoption process. She asked for time off to like continue the adoption process or finalize it, something along those lines. Oh, what was it? I'm sorry.
The
Correct
baby
me.
was in the NICU, and she had to be in the
Oh.
NICU with the baby
Oh, that's right. That is right. And
that they're adopting. of
they
course.
did not give her time off, and they instead fired her. Didn't they? Did they not? Wait, correct me, please.
They told her that she could have a position to come back, but it wasn't like a promise of
It
the
would be
job
the
she has
same
now. It could have been
position.
a janitor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was like, you can maybe have a job when you come back.
but it's not going to be. There's no guarantee.
They
it'll
said,
be this
well, they said, we'll
position.
give you 2 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
And she was like, I need till March.
Yeah.
And they were like,
No.
no.
Yeah. Anyway,
So pretty much they let her go.
the CEO posts this apology video, and it's extremely scripted. What was that face? Oh, it was extremely like scripted. You could tell, like literally, you could tell by the way her eyes were moving. It looked like she was reading off a piece of paper.
She said she memorized it.
It was not heartfelt in any sense.
It was like a robot.
yeah, like
We are sorry for the apology, or I don't know, but it was just so
Yeah.
like,
I wonder. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna play the audio. So she puts the CEO or whatever puts out that apology, and she gets absolutely tore to pieces. Like people were going crazy because obviously it's not genuine, and everybody's sympathetic for this mom and
Mhm.
employee that has devoted so much time at the company. And
which she said that she's only been at the company for less than a year, so she technically couldn't qualify for anything until she hit the year mark.
well, I don't care.
I mean, I'm
you
not.
could be-
I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying
You could be a little more like,
she couldn't get approved for FMLA because she hadn't been there for a year.
oh. Anyway, okay, so she puts out the apology video, and then she puts out another apology video because the first one was so...
Is the first one
Robotic.
still up?
It is. Okay, so here's the first apology video.
Hey guys, it's Ying. I wanted to hop on here to sincerely apologize to Marissa for
Turn it
how
up a little
her
bit.
parental leave was communicated and handled in the midst of her incredible journey of adoption and starting a family. I have been trying to reach out to her to apologize directly as well. Thai Baby prides itself in being a family-oriented company. We treat
Do you think it could be like a language barrier thing?
Well, okay. When you apologize,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to sound like,
You care?
yes. And to me,
Which I
that
think-
literally, that sounded like a public relations.
Right.
Message.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not saying what they did is okay
Right.
at all. I think do they deserve what they're getting? I don't think so. I think they need to restructure and figure out new policies. Yes.
Yeah.
But this woman came from a small business and it blew up, and she probably doesn't have
Yeah.
like the people she needs to really run her business. You got to think these small
Yeah.
businesses, it's not like
Like
it's
a
not like
multi-million-dollar company that...
no, which it might be now. I don't
Might
know,
be.
but I look at it as is she went into a panic because her baby just went.
Into the NICU.
No. I'm saying her baby, as in like her business.
Oh, her company.
Her
okay,
company
yeah,
is her
yeah.
baby. I guess that's not a good
I know what you're
analogy,
talking about.
but like, or whatever that
People
word
are
is.
attacking it.
Yeah, so she's like, not so much attacking it, that part, but she's like, oh my God, like, everything I've worked for is like,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna, like, the panic. I can't imagine what she's feeling. Obviously, the other mom is so justified and deserves everything that, not, like, she deserves
I
the
can
world.
I understand the panic as well, but maybe probably should have taken like a media
Of
training
course.
course or something.
Of course.
Right. And then I just want to play a quick snippet of the second apology.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. So I just posted a official apology on TikTok, and the comments were right. It was scripted. I memorized it. I just basically just read it. It wasn't sincere, and I've decided to go off script and just tell you exactly what happened. I've been thinking about what went wrong, and I think sincerely what went wrong was how we treated Marissa, and I was the
So it was just very like you could tell she's like
she
on
was
the
like
verge of
freaking out, like a mental
tears and
breakdown.
like panic.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I feel kind of bad for her, but because it wasn't at the end of the day, was it her that made those decisions, or was it someone in a back office?
I don't know. she's the face for it. So
Yeah. So she's gonna be attacked.
yeah,
I think it's because we come from a $1 billion company
yeah.
that I think of it like
In like tears almost. Like,
yeah. Did it trickle up the line or did it
was it somebody that was like
head of
a couple notches
HR
down that made that
and-
call?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
So I feel kind of bad for her. I think that the GoFundMe and stuff is awesome for the other mom. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to you. You got a new baby. Congratulations.
Yeah. Public scrutiny is not like ideal
We've
for
talked
anybody.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I can very much sympathize with, especially, well, if you don't like being in the limelight,
Yeah.
the fear of scrutiny for anything, and we know how the internet is.
Yeah.
You know, people will pick apart anything. I mean, they'll find something,
Yeah.
you know, and that's
My biggest fear with it is like my dirty little secrets coming out. Not that I have many by any means, but
Yeah.
there's some things I'd prefer people not to know about.
sure. Yeah. I think once you reach a level of, you know, if you're like a household name or something,
Mm-hmm.
you got to like hire some people to do some scrubbing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's things on the internet that you probably,
NDAs passing bad boys out.
dude, or like, I mean, not even that, but just things like stuff that you're tagged in, or like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
things from 10 years ago that you didn't even know was on the internet. Like, people
Yeah.
will find that stuff,
Yes.
as we've seen with
Which
some
I've
celebrities.
scrubbed all my stuff. Not saying that all my stuff is
Yeah.
perfect by any means, but after my high school breakup, I deleted every social media.
Yeah.
So, like, permanently deleted every social media.
Yeah.
So, I don't have anything from 2012 forward,
Yeah.
except for my MySpace. But that thing's been bought out so many times that all the stuff is gone.
Yeah.
My Flickr is still there, which has, like, someone smoking weed on it.
But you know what they say? It's never really gone.
I know,
Someone
but
could have taken a screenshot of something you posted.
yeah, but you got to think back then, and we had iPhone 3s.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Could you screenshot on the iPhone 3?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I think, yes, you could, because I have some screenshots on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the iPhone 4, though.
It's been so long.
It's the
I don't
iPhone
know.
4.
I had a 4G. Oh, they were so little. Those phones were
Mhm.
so tiny.
When Giacomo was born, my phone was like this big.
I've still got my 4G, and I
You
really
should
am.
charge it.
I'm tempted to get a charger off Amazon, but I'm telling you right now, I do not remember the password.
Oh, dang.
But I want to get into it so bad.
I can remember like every password. I can get into my MySpace.
like well, it's a passcode, so it's numbers.
Yeah.
So, but there's like only so many numbers I would think it could be, but you can't get. I've looked it up because I'm like, dang, if I can get past the passcode, I know there's like some good pictures in there and
I
stuff.
think I have a phone too that I could do the same thing with.
You can't get past the passcode though. You'd have to
I know my
They have to
passcodes though.
Oh, I don't know on my old phone, but they have to like reset your phone back to factory settings or something.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that because
Yeah.
I want to be able to get into it and see like all my pictures from when I was like 13 and like
Yeah.
things that I forgot that I even had.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, and I went through my Twitter and I deleted everything that's like political, and
Yeah.
I
Even
just don't fuck
somewhat,
with
like-
that stuff.
Yeah. I don't either. I just don't.
I
like
go
the
through
internet.
Facebook every once in a while. I'll go all the way back to the beginning and like, didn't like that.
See ya.
Yep. I delete anything. Like
Yeah.
that stuff, if it pops up, I'm like, delete.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
My Tumblr, which nobody can find my Tumblr. Well, that's a bold statement.
Sounds like a challenge.
No, I bet you could find it, but there's nothing really bad on there.
Yeah.
Just a lot of dark shit.
Just edgy.
Yeah.
Just an edgy teen.
It's my alternate ego?
personality. Alter ego.
Alter ego. There we go. I'm an idiot. Dethawed. I'm so stupid.
Put it in the comments, guys. Is the thought a word?
Yeah. If I Google it, it pops up.
Well, this was a good episode.
I think so.
I really like that. That story scared me really bad. But now I want to. Is it a docu-series or is it a documentary?
Docuseries.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it, even though I'm going to get scared out of my boots.
Dethawed versus thawed. It's a verb. Definitions of dethawed. Verb become cause of soft or liquid. To thaw the meat.
But the action of thawing something out is to like defrost.
There is a definition on vocabulary.com.
What is the definition of de-thaw?
Become or cause to become soft or liquid. It's a verb. Thaw the meat.
Is this a credible source?
It says thaw the meat.
Is this a
It
credible
says
source?
Synonyms are dissolve, melt, thaw, unfreeze, unthaw. But thaw is a verb.
No, I don't believe it.
It's right there in black and white.
Is this a credible source?
Black and blue?
De-thaw versus thaw. What's the difference? Maybe I'm going to eat my words. I'm kind of scared.
To thaw is to thaw. To unfreeze, while thaw is to melt, dissolve, become softened. Thaw is a noun. De-thaw is a verb.
So it just depends on what sense you're using, or like
Yeah.
what.
De-thawed is not a word. Though I didn't when I add the ed.
When
I
would
don't
you
think
use
that's a-
de-thaw instead of thaw?
I
I'm horrible with.
de-thaw the chicken.
I'm not. My brain is not computing.
I think that's the southern in me though. Like I need to go home to thaw the chicken.
it sounds right if you live in the South.
Yeah, that's a lot of my stuff is
Yeah, I
like.
know.
Oh my gosh, that nothing. Anyway, a lot of stuff you say in the South, I say is just because I'm Southern.
It's just part of our vocabulary.
Yeah,
Wash.
warsh. No,
All right, guys.
I know people that say warsh.
Yeah,
I don't. I say wash.
a lot of the older people.
What else? What are some other ones? I know you're ready to get off here, but
No, it's not that I'm ready to get off here. I just don't know what else there is to talk about.
hold on. Southern words. I'm gonna look up a couple
Southern slang.
Southern slang.
I love how you say Southern.
Southern. Is that how you say it?
No, Southern.
Southern.
You say
Southern.
Southern.
Dang, man. Fixin'. I just
Fixin' to do
yelled
something.
that. Fixin', bless your heart.
Oh, geez. Everybody's like thinks that
Bless
everybody
your
says it all the
heart.
time.
No one says that. Hold your horse. Buggy? I say buggy.
I do too.
You want to get a buggy?
Grab a buggy.
Yeah, grab a buggy. Over yonder?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Catawampus? Never heard that one in the wild.
In the wild.
Heavens to Betsy.
Oh, geez. No.
A hissy fit.
Okay.
Fool as a tick. Never
Yeah.
heard that.
Have you not?
Mm-mm.
You eat so much, you're full as a tick.
I said something the other day and you said you've never heard that before. What was that?
What
It was
it?
today. Oh my God. I can't say it.
What was it?
Peanut butter.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
Anyway, okay. High cotton, hush up. I reckon. I say that.
I reckon.
Kiss my go to hell. Never heard that.
I haven't either.
Madder than a wet hen. Do hens get mad when they're wet?
They don't like it.
I wonder if that's dirty.
I don't think it is.
Oh, because you know cats get mean when they're.
Yeah, cats.
Like
Why
in
do
heat.
cats hate water so
I
much?
was saying in heat, but okay.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about like if you
Madder
give
than a wet hen.
like a cat a bath.
Yeah,
You ever
yeah,
see
they
those
hate
videos where
those.
they're like hissing and stuff?
I had a cat that loved the bath,
What?
but it was the Sphinx cat,
Oh,
the hairless.
Oh, that's probably why.
They loved the bath. Till cows come home.
Till the cows come home.
You reckon? You reckon? My grandma would say that. My mama.
What about kin? That's a good one. They're my kin.
I've never said that in my life.
Have you not?
Mm-mm. Hug your neck. Never heard that. Lovely. Southern ladylike words. Lovely, precious, cherish, darling.
Cherish.
Cherish.
That these are just like regular words.
Yeah. Skedaddle.
Oh my God.
Skedaddle. Fetching. Hooligan. Honey. Sugar. I can't stand when people. Ugh.
Like terms of endearment.
I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
It's because it's backhanded. Like bless your heart. Even
Bless
though
your
nobody really
heart.
says that.
Y'all.
Everybody says y'all. You can't convince me otherwise.
Shabibi.
Hmm.
Shabibi. Dinner is lunch. That I don't agree with.
That's
that is
how
a
it
hill I
was
can
in my
die
house
on.
growing up. Dinner is lunch. Supper is supper.
That's freaking weird.
That's how we grew. Like when I grew up when I was younger, that
Mhm.
was in the household was it's time for dinner, was lunchtime, and then supper is supper.
That's weird.
A lot of people do that.
It's weird. I'm gonna die on that hill. I have
mean,
heartburn.
now I don't. Now it's lunch and dinner, but
Yeah.
or supper.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
To me now, dinner and supper are interchangeable.
I've never used the word
'cause they're
supper,
both-
I don't think.
Really?
Not for like other than conversations like this.
Oh,
But like I've always said breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I think I say supper
Because
more
it's
than
called
I
a
say dinner.
school lunch for a reason.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Not
What do you want for supper?
school dinner.
That's what I say all the time.
We don't. We say dinner in my
Really?
house. Yeah. James always calls me, what's for dinner?
Dinner time. Time for lunch.
Ding, 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 ding. Anyway.
How funny.
Was it funny? You always say how funny, but don't laugh.
I'm laughing in my mind. How about that?
Do you see
Just
that?
kidding.
I almost talked about something that we can't talk about.
Oh, watch your P's and Q's.
My head's starting to hurt. I got heartburn.
Uh-oh. Where'd you get heartburn from?
Probably that one.
Juan. Southern.
A Southern Belle. People,
I gotta pee.
I hope people don't ever think that I'm making it up, like make it more exaggerated. But you know that when I talk, I say
There are
words
some words
funky.
that you say that are like, it really comes out.
Granite.
That's a stone. Granted.
Granite. Granted,
Granite is a stone.
I'm saying what you're saying. Granted.
What's another one that we talked about on a previous podcast of like things that like really grind my gears that people say wrong? Dang, what is that? It's like a really common one too.
Oh,
You know, it's on the tip of my tongue. Dang, what is it? I would know if I didn't like question myself.
Oh my gosh, I know it.
I know, I do too.
Hold on.
Dang, what is it? Okay, hang on.
It's un something. You in something.
Yeah, it is. And it's completely like contradictory of what they're saying.
Yes.
What is that?
Oh, it's gonna bother me.
Dang. Is it on my pet? Was it pet peeves? Is that what the episode
Maybe.
was? Let me look at my notes. I don't know if I have it written down. Dang, that's really gonna bother me.
Now. This heartburn.
No, I don't have it. Frick.
I'm
gonna think about it at 10 o'clock tonight.
Don't lie, you're gonna be in bed sleep.
Maybe I might be watching this docuseries.
You're gonna wake up like
Stop. Oh my gosh.
It
I'm
was-
getting scared.
no, not the document series. I was like, you're gonna wake up and be like, oh, that's the word.
Oh, yeah.
Mid sleep. You know what I did the other night?
What?
I know we keep talking and I know we're about to get off here, but
Oh.
I'm laying in bed with my husband,
Mm-hmm.
and this is when you know you have a problem.
Oh, geez.
I'm laying there, I'm falling asleep. James is watching TV in the bedroom, which is probably why I did this, because I don't sleep with any noise or TV on.
Oh, yeah.
It's falling asleep. I guess I had hit my vape
Uh-huh.
while like asleep.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I hit it hard. I don't know, or I didn't know I was hitting it.
In your sleep?
Yeah, and I woke up like choking.
Oh.
I was like, and I coughed for the rest of the night.
That's not good.
I think that's what happened.
Were you,
I'm,
like,
I was
half
out of
asleep?
it. Yeah, I was like half
Oh.
asleep. And I hit it, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of is why I woke up and started hacking so bad. It was in my hand, so I'm
yeah,
putting
that
two
has
and
to-
two together.
That has to be what it was.
I fell asleep with it in my hand.
Oh my gosh. I still am trying to think of this word. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think of what it is. Now that I'm thinking about it so hard. Maybe if you look up like common like word mistakes.
Common word mistakes.
What is it?
Mm-mm.
This is all just like misusing apostrophes and stuff. That's not what I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
What was it? Man, we're gonna leave them on a cliffhanger.
Next episode, that'll be the first word that I say to like open up the episode.
I
don't know.
It's not Pacific. I know it's
No.
not that.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that episode.
It's like an UNC word, isn't it?
I'm not so convinced that it's a UN word.
I thought it was.
I thought it was like a phrase, like a.
What episode would that even be on?
I don't know. We were talking about our pet peeves or something.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just talk about it next week.
We'll figure it out, and then I'll scratch that itch for you guys next week, I guess. Ew. Ew.
Way to sign out.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
FYI, it was irregardless. Goodbye.